Good morning everyone and welcome back. It's the next day, I'm really tired, I think you can hear it, but I still have a few more days to go. Still in Kyoto for today and I'm heading to, what's that called again? Kitano Tenman-kyu or something? Yeah, that's the first stop. I'm not sure if I can get a photo there or not, hopefully I do. Second one's gonna be a long way away. So for now, enjoy the ride and let's go to another temple. After a horrible bus ride, I have arrived at Kitano Tenman-kyu. It's one of the other shrines, and I will just say one thing first. Somehow I already have 2 fresh mosquito bites on my arm. They itch like high hell, so I might consider putting on some sleeves, not for the sun protection, although it's really harsh today, more of the bugs. I've just had enough of that. Anyways, I originally intended to perhaps shoot along this road like this, but the sun is just so strong right now that I am starting to doubt myself. Yeah, the shadows are okay, but that means I will have to stack like 5 shots to at least balance out the highlights. So I'm not sure, and I don't think I can exactly shoot inside there as well, because you're bound to get kicked out if you do that. So I don't know, I'll look around, get some B-roll and see if I can do the shot in there. So about the photo here, yeah, the answer is no. I kind of already expected it because, well, it's not that good of a place. And plus, look at this. I don't know if you've seen on video. It's a big fucking mosquito bite right on my hand. I already had sleeves on and this little bug was just on my hand, pecking me off. And yeah, it's pretty bad. I couldn't imagine sitting here for an hour or so, setting up both my dolls and getting more mosquito bites, despite having sleeves and pants and basically the whole 9 yards on. So no, and plus it's not that special anyway. If I were to spend an hour here, that means that decreases the time I can have at Arashiyama, so rather have that, because that's the main attraction for this area. So I guess so, we're gonna leave, let's go. So, after walking for a while, I have arrived at, well, it's in front, the Arashiyama bamboo forest. I'm here for 2 specific photos, and honestly, by the looks of it, I'm concerned, because there's a lot of people, if you couldn't tell from the videos I took just now. I do have 2 angles, locations in mind, but I'm honestly not very confident right now, because the amount of people is ridiculous. But that's just how it is. So, I will go and look at maybe the most inner woods of this place. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a walk. Maybe cross over to the other side of the train station and see how I can do it there. Let's hope for the best. Let's go. So I walked around a little bit, and this is probably the spot I want to use. I'll put the exact geolocation down in maybe up here right now, editing me, thank you. Because this is not technically speaking the little bamboo road of Arashiyama bamboo forest. It's the other side. So I might try this one out maybe with a 35, 20, 24mm shooting upwards, single shot for now, and see how I do. There's a lot of people here still, but I think with a bit of cloning and with a lot of tripod usage, this should be all right. Let me see. I think I do have enough space, because that rickshaw, whatever you call that, that's big and it comes in here, so there is a limited space I can actually use. Hopefully I don't get into their way, because it's going to be a lot of trouble if I do. Hopefully everything goes right. I'll do some B-roll and let's set the shot. Alright, a relatively quick setup process for this one. It's just that the lighting, the flaring is going to be a bit of an issue. However, I do have free reign over my tripod, so this is not going to be that difficult. Let's take a look at what I'm using. 15-35 at around 28mm, a little bit above that, around 26, 25 or so. F2.8 for maximum bokeh, and because everyone is behind and I don't have the confidence to clone out everything if I really wanted to. I do want some contrast because it's all green, but I think it should be all right. I'll probably edit into yellow, green undertone or something like that. Horizontal composition, I tried vertical, doesn't look that good. Plus, I love my wallpapers, gonna crop into 16:9 or so. Should be all right. Lighting is, well, as always, hell. So, I need a little bit of explanation. Above there is the sun, and it's going to be flaring right into the lens. No matter how expensive a lens is, no matter how top tier the glass is, it's still going to flare. And the flaring is really bad because it's shining directly in there. However, because I have my tripods, because I can use all of this, I can afford to stack. I would likely cover one spot of the lens and prevent the flaring and just maybe say put in the opacity around 40 or 50, make it look flare-ish but not flaring. Hopefully that makes sense. You'll understand when you see the photo. 2 lights, one light on top of the camera, one light I'll be holding out here. It's actually quite dark in here, so these lights are perfect for this situation. No need for flashes. I'm just coping, honestly. Everything's okay, it's quite stable, the dolls are right there, and I get to do this. I'm putting it right up on the bamboo fence. It's not a bamboo, so that's kind of okay. A thing I talked about last week was the weird things that Japanese people think are okay. Usually this is not, but usually other things are fine. I don't know though. Anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at the shot. I would say it looks okay for what this is. I originally did want to do a duo shot, but I think one person, one doll is already complicated enough. I think I should finish up this recording as soon as possible because the kids are looking at me, there's a train coming by, so there's going to be a loud noise in the recording if I don't keep this up. So yeah, on to the next photo. All right, I'll say this. I got the photo, I got everything done, but some staff member, I don't know what's the word, in those rickshaws, one of those over there, told me no tripods in the bamboo forest. Okay, I have 3 questions. 1, what's the bamboo forest? Is this the bamboo forest? If so, then is that the road over there also the bamboo forest? If the answer is yes, then the whole mountain? Is the whole mountain the fucking bamboo forest? No, it's not, right? So what counts as using a tripod in the bamboo forest? There's no sign outside that says you can't use anything inside bamboo forest. You can't cycle here, and don't touch the bloody bamboo. Then that's about it. Yeah, what the fuck is a no tripod sign? I don't fucking know. Jesus. That's all I saw, and nothing about photography, nothing about that. And I was on the side of the road, and nobody gave a shit. There was like a few rickshaws that came through, and nobody said anything about me because they just saw me, and they even passed right by me. Nobody said anything. I don't know. The second thing is, bloody hell, what? Like, how am I supposed to do anything without a tripod? I know you can, but what I'm saying is Japan just a place that you can't use tripods? I have no idea. I don't know if I can get a photo here or not, because that one's pretty good, but anything after that is a repetition, and also I don't know how good it would look. There's only a very small circle here, and what's outside there is the railway crossing, and also back that way is a little more of the bamboo forest. I don't know if I can. If there's a spot that the rickshaws cannot access, it's likely that I can because there's nobody to tell me to get out. That's my best hope for now. I don't know if I can get another one, but if I do, hopefully the next one looks about okay. All right, let's go. Hello, I'm back at the hotel, and honestly, I couldn't really be bothered to go set up again at a place that's probably not as good and still have the chance of being kicked out by the staff. So no, I just came back to the hotel because today's my last day in Kyoto. I wanted to come back a little bit earlier and go have something nice to end this trip here. My Japan trip is still not over. I still have a few more days in Osaka, so I'll be catching the Shinkansen early tomorrow morning, all the way down there, and maybe see if I can get some photos. For you, it'll be next week because the upload schedule. For me, it'll be tomorrow, so I'm still gonna be very tired, and I think you can hear that I sound really, really tired. Honestly, I don't get how Japanese people work. Social norms are weird here for some reason. Maybe to a Kusogaijin like me, it's weird, but I'm not going to comment on that any further because I do not want to warm myself, okay? Enough of that. Overall, I'd say Kyoto, it's okay. It's not bad. Definitely could be better. There's a lot of things that could be worked out, but at the same time, the old capital, there's a lot of things to see and, well, I would say a lot of things to shoot if you're not lugging around a tripod and a doll like I am. So, recommended? Yes. And also the food's pretty nice. I'm having ice cream right now. This brand, I love it. It's really good. I wish they sold this in Hong Kong. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this video to the absolute end. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this horrible content. Leave a comment down below. Editing Lemon here. I usually don't like to chime in with videos since I think that kind of breaks the flow. However, it doesn't seem like I have a choice here. So, shit hit the fan with Kyoto and Osaka, so I'll be combining two videos in one. So you're kind of getting a good deal here, a 2-in-1 video, because each of them separately isn't really that interesting. So I was kind of forced to combine it together. I'll still be shooting in Osaka later in the video, so please don't click off just yet, because you're gonna see something really interesting and I know you love seeing me suffer. Anyway, back to the video. So I just put my stuff down there in the hotel down in Shinsaibashi, and I didn't vlog a lot because I'm tired, I don't think you can see it, and I was lugging around a lot of suitcases, so not exactly a fan of holding one more thing in my hand and having to fumble on the train. So after I put down my luggage, I'm gonna go to, what's that place called again? Shinsekai? And all the way over to Tsutenkaku. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If not, fuck you. Anyway, no dolls for now. I'm probably just gonna go walk around for a bit, and maybe I'll pull them out during the night. So maybe I'll find some food first. Let's go. Good morning everyone. I think I have some explaining I need to do. So it was a pretty burnt day yesterday. I went out expecting some photos and didn't quite get any. And it started raining in the late afternoon, so I couldn't exactly do what I wanted to. I went to the Ferris wheel, I went around the aquarium area and couldn't really get much. I didn't even bother bringing all my stuff out. And I went to Dotonbori, which is fortunately only 2 streets away from my place. So I thought to myself, well, I really want this photo at this very iconic street. Is there anything I could do about it? Well, yes, like there is. So just waking up at 5 in the morning and going there to get that photo, hoping there's nobody there to stop me doing it. Well, there's not like there's anyone to stop me, it's just that there's going to be very crowded and it's going to be really bad during more busy hours. So the best way to do it is a good old-fashioned wake up so early that there's nobody there and you can do whatever you want. So here I am. It's currently 5:30, I'm feeling like death, and I'm going for the photo. So let's go get that one iconic shot and hopefully everything goes right. And I'll show you some B-roll what I did yesterday after that, because I know you're here for the doll photos. Surprisingly crowded during the mornings actually, still the cars on the road. Anyway, let's go take the train and go to Dollfie. God damn, I was here last night along the street and there's a lot of people, everything was open, and it's very interesting to see things, how dead they are in the morning. I know everything is closed. Well, there's still a few places open for some reason. I mean, god damn Japan, Jesus Christ. But yeah, still a bit away, I think a few minutes down the road and we'll be there. Let's go. Honestly, that's way quicker than I thought that was supposed to be. Maybe because yesterday was just so crowded that I thought it was going to be a long walk, but no. So I'm here at the first spot. I mean, it's iconic. Everyone knows what this is. Dollfie, that man doing that thing over there, that, yeah. So I want a photo and I want to shoot across from here. Maybe a wider angle, maybe slightly medium or so. I'm not too sure because I mean, when I was trying yesterday, it was just so crowded I couldn't do anything. But as you can see, completely empty right now, which is absolutely brilliant. Hopefully it doesn't rain because the weather doesn't look very good. I mean, as long as it doesn't rain the next 45 minutes, I'm good to go. So without further ado, let's do some B-roll and then let's go on with the shot. After around 20 minutes of setting up, here's the first shot for today. Well, first shot of this video. Actually, first shot for today as well. It's currently 6:30 and I'm really tired. I want to go to sleep. But I'll finish this shot first before I go back to the hotel. And this is quite a tall order, no pun intended. It's actually going taller than me and everything is a little bit unstable under windy conditions. Anyways, let's take a look at what I'm using. 15-35 at around 24mm. I originally wanted to use as wide as an angle as possible, around 20 or say even wider. However, it doesn't look quite that good, I'll be honest with you. So I'm going to use 24, maybe crop in by 16 by 9, crop in the bottom and the top, see how it works, and add in a pop filter. It's going to be a little bit difficult because I don't do these filters a lot and I don't do those color gradings quite that often, but I think I'll be fine. At f4.0 because the background is, well, busy to say the least. However, I do want to see the background and I do want quite some bokeh to it to make it not that distracting because there's blue, there's red, any color you can name, it's probably back there. So I don't want it to be too confusing for you to look at the doll and also have to look at everything in the background. Hopefully that works fine because this lens is pretty good at that. Oh dear Lord, there's a lot of traffic over there. Horizontal composition, I mean, it's a given. You want to see everything here. At a lower-ish angle, so you see this thing here? I want to shoot upwards and make it feel like a road within itself, not just this road, but this is also a road for the dolls. Hopefully that works out. I'm not quite sure how good it'll look because I'm looking at it at a screen that's this small, so not exactly that great. Lights are easy. One on top of the camera, one slightly over here or so. Giving that bounce lighting on the eyes, I just want a reflection on the eyes, everything should be fine. Hopefully everything goes well. There's still nobody here at all, and the sun is currently rising up, so there's a little bit of white and blue over there. I don't know if I can get that or not, so if I can get that in the photo, that'd be great, because there's some color there, some color up there, instead of just grey, white, London weather, basically. I mean, I'm in Japan. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the first shot for today. I would say looks acceptable for what this is. Considering my mental state right now, which is busted, that's quite a good word for it, and everything here, I think it's an okay shot. It's more of a touristy, ooh, I'm here kind of photo, and I'm not mad about it. So, let's go back to the hotel, and in the meantime, I'm likely going to show you what happened yesterday through some B-roll, and maybe editing me, you can add some context in. Let's roll. Alright, I might have lied to you about getting the second shot in Osaka or what I was going to do for the afternoon, because the moment I went back to the hotel room, I took a shower and got a bit of a break when I was having breakfast. I thought to myself, yeah, I'm really, really exhausted, I'm very tired, both mentally and physically, and honestly, I could not really be bothered to lug around that thing over there. It's around 11 kilos, it's so heavy, and I sweat like a pig whenever I carry this out, no matter if it's very cold or very hot. I mean, if it's very cold, then sure, but it is definitely not in Osaka right now. So I looked at the weather forecast, it said very, very strong wind starting from around 10 or so, and also some rain for the day. I knew it was going to rain starting from 4 or 5 or so, so I thought to myself, yeah, you know what? I'll just pack up these things, I'll just pack up my suitcase, and try and go around Osaka to enjoy the rest of my trip, at least without that big of a backpack on me. And that's what I did. So I'll show some B-roll as I talk, because I'm going to turn this section into a bit of a commentary, at least how I feel about Osaka, Kyoto, at least the Kansai region in general. So I'll go over what I actually did for the day that I got this video on. I went to Osaka Castle, I went to Osaka Tenma-gu, and I actually didn't go to the city hall or the library as I intended to, because I wanted to go to the Ferris wheel at Hep 5 and also the Sky Garden thing. I'll put a geolocation right here, I forgot where it was. I think it's at Umeda or something, but it was pretty good. But if I had to actually pay for it and not what was included in the pass, I would probably not go. It's not that great. It's definitely not worth 2,000 yen, if I were to be honest with you. I'll show the phone shot I got at Osaka Castle right here, because I didn't bring my camera out because it's just so heavy. It's alright, it's definitely not the best, and there was a lot of people at the place. I know, keep in mind, this is one of the top locations if you want to go in Osaka, but oh dear lord, there was a lot of people, and that was around 10:30 or so. It was not that late in the day. So yeah, definitely a bit more than expected. I might go again, because this is gathering data, at least for myself, if I am in Osaka once again. However, I don't know when I'll come back, because if I were to come to Japan ever again, I would likely go to Tokyo, I would likely go somewhere else that's a bit more different. And on a side note, perhaps a little bit more welcome to tourists. I'll go over that a little bit later. With that being said, Osaka was, it was alright. It's definitely not bad. I do prefer Kyoto because, at least for myself, I see the food is a bit better, I see the people as a little bit nicer, but perhaps not so much to a tourist. I know Kyoto had a over-tourism problem for, I think, a year or so at this point, and the people are fed up with it. I will say my current experience, at least for this trip, is because of this over tourism thing. I am getting roped into the rude Chinese tourist thing, and which I'll be honest, I am not that polite of a person, so that part might be true. But at the same time, yeah, it's not great to be roped into that. So I didn't really get the best treatment. I remember coming to Japan in 2019. I went to Fukuoka. People were really, really nice. I had a really enjoyable experience, though I didn't really bring my doll, and plus at that point I really wasn't actively shooting these dolls, so yeah, it's a completely different story. But I felt like more welcome last time compared to 5 years later, which is today. With that being said, I did go to a lot of locations, and I think I got a pretty good coverage of at least Kyoto. I went to the Fushimi Inari Taisha, I think, which was the top location for all things Japan, basically, and I got to do a few really good shots there. I know the security guard, I think that was back in the second video, was doing his job, but at the same time, I do get weirded out by how Japanese people see things. Culturally, I'm not very aligned with that, so I'm not going to make any further comments. I also visited a lot of these very popular tourist locations and actually managed to get some photos. It's weird to do this in a completely different country with basically zero support from anyone else. I'm basically alone, I'm doing all these alone, and there is a slight risk of things going south in a foreign country that I cannot do anything about. And that part makes me really worried, and sometimes when you see me stuttering on words or have a lot of jump cuts in videos, that's what's happening, at least for these 4 videos. With that being said, I think I was able to get a total of 9 shots in Kyoto. It was okay. Some were definitely not the best, but I think as an experience overseas, at least not in my home country or at least where I'm used to, this is likely the better result. I actually honestly expected less than this because I don't know if you remember this or if you even watched the videos. I went to Melbourne a few months ago and the result was pretty bad. And that was still in Australia, which was more comfortable for me and I'm more familiar with things because people there speak English, I speak English, and everything should be relatively fine. And it was not. I expected a bit more because this is Japan, but I guess I'm expecting a little bit too much. You can call me a dumb tourist for doing all of this, because let's be honest, it's a bit of a nuisance to pull out 2 tripods or just 1 tripod and speaking English like this loudly on the streets. It is Japan after all, the country of politeness, but yeah, I don't really feel that welcome anymore. I don't know why. It's a weird feeling. Food's alright though. The convenience stores are absolutely excellent. I get my breakfast every day and I love it. The sandwiches are great, drinks are great. I will definitely miss that back home, no matter if it's in Hong Kong or Australia, because the Australia one absolutely sucks. But Hong Kong's alright. However, I do see a lot of these underlying social issues that a tourist can even understand. I mean, you do see a lot of these topics even in animation or even manga, or whatever you read. There's a bit of underlying social issues in Japan. One of them being the over politeness, and the other being the fake smile on the face, because you do really feel it. I do absolutely feel it. However, there is one thing I really do like. I do like seeing how fashionable people are in Osaka. Less so Kyoto. Osaka's a lot more prevalent. I love those outfits. I love the hairstyles. I love everything. I do wish I see a lot more of that in Australia or in Hong Kong, but I guess that's asking too much. There's a lot to learn from this trip and a lot to reflect on, at least on my end, because, I mean, this is my first time shooting in a foreign country like this, with no assistance. I'm going to Taiwan, I think, a month later. It's going to be a long time later for you guys because videos need time to be edited and all that, and you're not going to see that for at least another month or two. But it will definitely help me plan out what I do in Taiwan because, I mean, Taiwan's a lot more, culturally speaking, close to me, but I think the foreign country experience is still definitely there. I am going to do a lot more different things in Taiwan. But at the same time, I do have some support in the form of some of my friends that I already know. They're gonna come and pick me up or bring me around to different places, so that's really, really nice. However, I still will be going around by myself, so I guess this is a very good preparation, because Japan is likely one of the safest places for you to wander around like what I do right now. To think that I will have to do all of this over again in Taiwan, lug around this entire setup for 5 or 6 days straight, definitely is not exciting, because it is a bit of a torture, it is a lot of strength training and cardio, and that's definitely not fun. However, I am going to a different country for a completely new experience. Although I do have my friends that I already know that are going to come and support me, they're going to take me around, but I do still have a few days that I will be going out totally alone by myself. Speaking in English, shooting like this attracts a lot of unwanted attention. Positive or negative, doesn't really matter. But I would say this, I am definitely looking forward to it. Anyways, thank you very much for watching to the end of this absolutely horrible video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of this garbage. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Kyoto, Osaka, or the Kansai region in general. I know some people are definitely not going to like what I did these few days. Nuisance to public, respect to whatever gods, you know, all of that. I'm sounding a bit salty, I'm trying to cope here, okay? But if you want to see more of this kind of content, me traveling to different countries, subscribe, please. There's going to be a Taiwan trip coming up very, very soon. But either way, I'll see you back in Hong Kong for the next video, okay? Lemon, out.